is the Big O Show. This is the Big O Show.
The case be made to just dramatically change parts of the roster, bring in guys on minimum, take fresh look at guys, replace guys who are not performing well if things don't turn around these next 2 games over 10 days.
Well, the focus is on today's practice, but I will answer your question. I think, there's always conversations about the roster, where we're at, who's playing well, always evaluations. If we feel like, or I should say this, we're always going to try to do what's in the best interest of the team. That's, I don't want to say ever changing, but that's a moving target, I would say. But always going to do what's in the best interest of the team. I think those conversations I had between myself, Chris, our coaching staff, our scouting staff, we look at the waiver wire really every night and see if there's anyone that's, a potential claim or potential practice squad poach. I mean, we've had a couple of those in the last couple of weeks. There's always conversations there from a roster standpoint. I don't think that'll change. And if we feel like it's in the best interest of the team to make a move, then we'll make a move.
Have you ever been tempted? I know one thing your predecessor did, not saying it's right or wrong. Adam Gase essentially fired 3 players after a loss. Have you been tempted at all during this process to just make a statement by releasing any guys who are not performing, or is that something you just don't believe in?
I think that's, I would say it's case by case, but, I try to think through every decision. If that's what was best for the team, then I think that's something that we would consider. But that wouldn't be a decision made just by me. Obviously, those conversations would be had by myself, Chris, our coaching staff. There's a lot that goes into that. How does that affect the team? How does that affect, the coaching staff? How does it affect the locker room? There'd be a lot that goes into that. So, again, a hypothetical that, I guess it could come up. And if we felt like it was in the best interest of the team, I suppose a situation like that could occur.
Ryan, on Sunday, the broadcast team said that in meetings with you during the week, they asked you if you'd be relieved once the trade line comes and goes, and you said yes. Are you, now that it has passed, relieved that all of this is kind of over, especially the whole Tua stuff that has been going on for months?
I don't know if that's the right choice of words or the context that was. But, I think I try to take things one day at a time. My focus right now is on today's practice, as Barry mentioned. Today's practice, trying to prepare our team for what's going to be a tough game against Houston this weekend. And that's really it. I try to compartmentalize really on a daily basis and focus on what's in front of me. And I'm focused on this team, the players on this team, the support staff in this building, and trying to help guys improve, get better, and have success on the field.
I guess but the cloud that has been hanging over, you will admit there's been kind of this cloud of lingering doubt about Tua and the questions. Do you think that there's a relief there from a team perspective that is now, at least for now, gone?
I think our group is, I think part of playing in this league, coaching in this league is blocking out and ignoring noise, distractions, things of that nature. If you can't do that, then your energy is on something that it shouldn't be. If you can do that, then your energy is on something that it should be on. So the message is always to let's put our energy in the right places. So that's our meetings, our walkthrough, our practice. Look, I understand that there's always things going on in these guys' lives. But we try to limit those as much as we can and talk about limiting those when they arise. We just try to talk about it a little bit more, and hope that they take that message and put their energy where it needs to be.
Ryan, you've steadfastly said you are a day-to-day, what's in front of me today guy.
Yes.
When a team's 1-7, and when your team inevitably hears a 1-7 team can't do this, a 1-7 team can't do that, how much more difficult does that make the challenge of keeping them to just worry about today's practice and getting better today and tomorrow and Friday and showing up on Sunday and all those things. It doesn't get tougher, I guess, as the losses pile up.
I don't think so. I think it's about. I think I've been consistent. I think I try to be consistent. I shouldn't say I've been consistent. I try to be consistent with these guys on a daily basis about the way we got to prepare, the way we have to practice, the way we have to do things. And if you continue to do those things, and if we limit the mistakes, and I think things will turn. I believe that, and I think that's I'm unwavering about that, in that belief. So that's not going to change. Doesn't matter what the record is. Those are things that are just kind of embedded in my fabric. I think they know that. They know they're going to hear the kind of those same talking points on a weekly basis. But they also know that it's not just coach speak either. They know that I believe it. And so in turn, hopefully they believe it and go out here and, prepare the right way and practice the right way and put themselves in, position to have success this week.
Even good teams make mistakes, make penalties, have turnovers, but oftentimes they have the talent to overcome them. Do you feel like this team has enough talent to overcome mistakes, considering what the record is right now and the product that's been put on the field?
I do. I think games in this league come down to a handful of plays, and like I've said, too many times this year, we've been on the wrong side of those mistakes. Whether it's a punt hitting somebody, or a penalty here, or a drop ball here, we've been on the wrong side of them, and we've got to do a better job. As a coaching staff, that starts with me, putting them in better positions to make some of those plays. But I do, and I think we got. I like our players. I like our team, and I love coaching this team. So I'll continue to coach them. I'll continue to try to help them improve and get better, and just keep taking it one day at a time.
If I may follow up, why do you like this team? No, I'm being dead serious, because the results are not matching what the expectations were. I mean, you talked to Peter King, and you said that, and I didn't necessarily agree with you, but you said that this was the year that you guys were going to pivot and kind of move away from the rebuilding. And here we are, 1-7, which is like where you were at the beginning of 2000.
I like this. I like the people in this building. I love the people in this building. I think we have the right types of players. I think we have a talented group. I think we have a young group. I think we have a developing group. I think we have guys who give great effort, prepare the right way. And I enjoy coaching this group. And I think there's a lot of the right ingredients here. And we got to find the right formula to help us get over the hump. And that's, you may not, a lot of people may disagree, but that's my belief. I believe in this team. I believe in the people in this building, and I'm really unwavering on that.
You were the defensive play caller on the Super Bowl team. The day after you won that Super Bowl, Steve Ross was hiring you, and he said, that performance makes me feel good about what you just did. My question is, in a year where your defense collapses against Jacksonville for the game-winning drive, against Atlanta for the game-winning drive, struggles in the second half against Buffalo, why haven't you taken over the defensive play call?
I mean, there's a lot that goes kind of into that question. Obviously I'm involved defensively. But as far as the play calling, I have a lot of trust in Josh Boyer and our defensive staff. I think he's done a good job. We just have to continue to get better. We have to put the players in better position to make plays. And I think we're moving in that direction. I thought we did a lot of good things against Buffalo. And we've got to execute better. So as far as, calling the defense, Obviously, I have some input on that, but I think Josh, has done a good job calling defenses in this league, and I have a lot of trust in my staff, and I'll continue to do that.
Brian, some have wondered if Tua has wondered if the organization's decision to explore acquiring another quarterback is an indicator that the organization has already concluded that he is not the answer as the long-term franchise quarterback. So what would you or have you said to Tua and to us about that?
Well, to you guys, I've said that he's definitely, and to him, he's gotten better. He's gotten a lot better. He's had some good performances this season. And he just needs to take it one day at a time and continue to improve and get better. And that's where his focus should be. Not on anything outside of that. It should be on his meeting, his practice, his craft, his techniques, his fundamentals, and not really worry about, what anyone else is saying or writing, and just worry about, the way he goes about his day on a daily basis.
In the last, just one follow-up, sorry. In the last 9 games, is it important to you to see Tua show that he can complete more down the field balls, deeper passes? No touchdowns in his career, 30 yards or more. No, it's only been less than 16 games. But what about that?
I mean, that's one area of the game that he's that's a goal of his to improve on. But there's areas in his game and really, all of our games that, we're looking to improve on. What I don't want him to do is, or any player to do, is try to force things because the expectation from somebody else is to do this, that, or the other thing. I think he needs to play within the system. I think he needs to take what the defense gives him. I think he needs to, take those shots down the field when they're appropriate, which I think he's done that. There's a to me, playing any position, you don't want to go, try to do too much. You want to, I don't want to say let the game come to you, but when you try to force action, oftentimes those are when mistakes happen. And I think he has had some downfield throws. I don't know if they're touchdowns, but he has had some downfield throws, and he, we got to put him in position to create more downfield throws. We got to do it in practice, and then once we get that done in practice, we'll feel better about executing it in the game.
Certainly throwing downfield would be easier if Will Fuller was available. Is there any fear that you might not play at all the rest of the season, or are you pretty confident he'll be back?
Confident he'll be back, but kind of week to week. But with 9 weeks left, confident he'll be back. Yes.
I feel like you've had enough time to evaluate what Tua is and what he'll be.
Look, everyone develops at a different pace. I think I see him getting better really on a weekly basis. I think there's still some things that he needs to improve on, like all of us. And we have more time. So he does everything he needs to do to get better, improve, and I think he'll continue to improve.
To this, I guess, last week, but do you feel like maybe the circumstances he's dealt with, from the injuries to Fitz last year to now this, have been a fair or positive way to start his NFL development career?
I think everyone's journey is a little bit different. This is his. And I think he's done a good job. I mean, I know a lot of people may not feel that way, but I think he's done a lot of good things as a young quarterback in this league. I think he's made a lot of improvement as far as, his understanding of what the defense is trying to do to him, our offensive concepts, his command of the huddle. There's some things he certainly needs to improve on. I think we all need to have things we need to improve on. And I'm anxious to see him continue to improve.
Coach.
Low selling Tua for the offseason. There you go. Build it up, baby.
Of trading for Deshaun Watson and the Tua situation, the media attention has
Rebuild that crypto.
on me, personally on you on your NFL career.
I guess I don't think about things as hard or challenging. I mean, adversity is adversity is adversity. And I think, and I've said this before, it either breaks you or makes you stronger. And I've always taken the approach that adversity, and it has made me stronger. And I think this is what we're going through as a team. Hopefully it makes our team stronger. And that's kind of the approach I've always taken. It's not going to change. And that's the message I send to the team and to everyone in this building. Good. Yeah.
How much influence do you have with Chris on roster moves?
I mean, I've said this before. Chris and I talk, pretty much every day. My focus is on the team, in season. I think, I would say kind of the personnel part's probably 1% of my job right now. But it's to me, it's the team, and offense, defense, special teams,
Coaching Senior Bowl to the draft process.
That's a different time of the year. Like in season, I'm focused on our team, and really, that's it. But obviously, there's daily conversations. But even in those, I'm thinking about third down or red zone or run defense or something like that. All right. Thank you guys.